your stomach calling.
It's shouting!
Burrito! Burrito! Burrito!
Let's gather our ingredients and build this the Aussie way every day. Make it wild, make it savory, make it loud, just like Aussie would. No utensils needed, scarf it down and build another one. Have 900, just like Aussie. Aussie's October burrito.
Hear your stomach calling.
Aussie's October burrito.
Hear your stomach calling.
Take out the trash. Why? There might be something delicious in all that slop. Put out the air fresheners. Place the clothespin on your nose. Let's dig into the cream of the crop. Celluloid trash. It stinks, but we must watch. Celluloid trash. It stinks, but we must watch.
Howdy, gang, and welcome to yet another edition of Celluloid Trash. Well, I'm having a hard time getting this slid around. And I'm sorry that I'm 2 or 3 minutes late. I got sleepy again, and I had an alarm set, but I guess I didn't give myself enough time, even with the alarm set. I'm just going to go over here and step over here and let some of the dogs out. You gotta go out and all right. Oh, so sorry. Those of you that watch me on a regular basis so know that you never know when I'm going to have to do something with the dogs. Here in a little bit, we're going to be talking about killer clowns from outer space and killer workout on tonight's edition of Celluloid Trash. But as always, I like to get a little housekeeping stuff out of the way first. Those of you that were here at 9 or, relatively close to the 9 o'clock time slot, you got to see the Aussie's October burrito advertisement or promo or whatever you want to call it for the new movie Munchies that's going to take place on October, I almost said December, I don't know why. October 26th, the last Sunday before Halloween. And I'm going to be doing a special Aussie/Halloween movie Munchies where I'm going to be attempting to make the Aussie burrito. For those of you that know quite a bit about Ozzy, you know that he was a huge fan of burritos. Hey, Gory Tiger, a huge fan of burritos, and he loved going to Chipotle or how you pronounce it, and getting burritos. There was in particular an episode of The Osbournes where it was all about burritos. So I tried to do my research and looked into what was the type of burrito that Ozzy got. And fans have come up with a burrito that they think was probably Ozzy's order. So that's what I'm going to be doing on October 26th, is making Ozzy's October burrito in honor of Ozzy Osbourne, and also in celebration of the impending Halloween holiday. I can't even talk, holiday. Okay. So I've got a lot of new stuff, new designs up on the site or the shop site at deaditesondeck.com. Be sure to check those out and see if there's something that you just can't live without, right? And we've got a whole bunch of programming coming up this week. I've got some new things coming out. Tomorrow night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, will be the premiere of Franchise Demise. And I'm going to be talking about the Phantasm franchise tomorrow night. There will be a horror movie rewind on Wednesday night. We're going to be talking about all the goofs and some trivia from the film Blood Harvest. Thursday will be They're All Messed Up. And I'll be talking about Death Carries a Cane and Death Smiles on a Murderer, and also the kills that take place in that film or those films. I've still got the favorite rock and roll horror film of all time poll up. And believe it or not, 5% of the votes came for Terror on Tour. There have been 21 votes. Trick or Treat from 1986 is still in the lead at 76%. Rocktober Blood is second. Black Roses is third. And Terror on Tour is trailing. Well, I guess it's not really trailing. I guess it's tied with Black Roses, is more specific. I also had the poll for the watch along movie choices for Saturday, September 20th. And those are Cujo, Alligator, and Grizzly. Make sure you get your votes in as soon as you can. Cujo is in the lead at 43%, but Alligator's not that much behind at 36%, and Grizzly is trailing at 21%. Okay. So, also, before we get started, I want to tell people that there are a lot of ways that you can support me in the channel, and not all of them have to be monetary. If you want to, and you are able to get things like super chats and super stickers and things like that, then by all means, I appreciate everything. But in this day and age, I know that everybody is not made out of money. And, you got to pretty much keep all your money to feed yourself and clothe yourself and pay your bills and do all that. And so there are several ways that you can support me in the channel, and they don't cost you a dime. And one of the ways is by subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. You can be anonymous subscribing. I'm not going to come to your house and try to minister to you or sell you candy bars and cookies. You can be totally anonymous with that. And that's if you choose to. And truth be told, folks, I don't really look at the specific names that have joined. I look at the numbers. Okay. So chances of me knowing who subscribed and who hasn't are slim to none. Okay. And even if I did know, I'm not going to say. And if you want to come on here and say, hey, Dana, I subscribe to your channel, that's your choice. I don't, that's not needed unless you just want to. Okay. Another way is to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content I've got coming out. Also, hit the like button on stuff that you particularly enjoyed. Heck, if you enjoyed everything, hit that like button on everything. And there's even a fourth way that you can support me in the channel. It's by telling friends and family members about my channel that you think would be interested in the content I'm putting out. So that's it for the housekeeping stuff for now. Other than to, I haven't reminded people of this lately. Is I'm still doing the movie roulette during any of the live streams I do, including watch alongs, including this one. If you give a $5 or more super chat during any of those live streams, you can pick any movie of your choosing for me to watch and do a review of on an upcoming episode of Movie Roulette. So I just wanted to let you guys and gals know that is still in effect. All right. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to these movies. The first movie is Killer Klowns from Outer Space from 1987, starring Grant Kramer and Suzanne Snyder. I don't really consider this one a bad movie. But like I had said before, these movies are taken from the Awful Awesome Volume 1 and Volume 2 books. And to me, Awful Awesome means, yeah, they're bad, but there's something that makes them infinitely awesome as well. So Killer Klowns is one of these that I really enjoy and I laugh along with. I mean, there's some gruesome stuff in it. And people do die in it. But the idea of these creatures that look like circus clowns coming from outer space to take out a town with popcorn guns and cotton candy guns and all of that, and they have their spaceship is a big top. I love that idea. This was created by the Chiodo brothers, and I think that they did a fantastic job with this. I even love the song Killer Klowns from Outer Space that plays throughout the film. I believe plays at the beginning and the end as well. This is the limited edition steelbook that I got a while back. I think it was a little cheaper than when it first came out. And it's one that I don't get all the steel books, but I thought this one was pretty cool. And as far as I know, there are a lot of fans of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I think there's a lot of people out there that enjoy this film because it does. Oh, and by the way, John Vernon's in this too. I just think that a lot of movies aren't made like this. But a lot of people love the originality of these clowns and making them aliens from outer space, making them have a spaceship that's in the shape of a big top. It looks like a big top tent, unless you just hit it, which one guy does near the beginning of it and hurts his hand because it's made out of metal or steel or something. But Killer Klowns from Outer Space, a fun movie. Even when the mayhem is going on, this movie is still fun. And it's definitely a film that I go back to on a pretty regular basis. There's a lot of props and different things that you can buy from this movie. The guns, you can get, figures of the different killer clowns. And I feel like this is a really popular film with horror fans. I know that Candace has said that her and Chris really like this movie, and Noah likes it. Their son loves this movie as well, and he has some of the different bits of memorabilia around the house from this movie. So, I can't really say anything bad about it. It might be considered celluloid trash or awful awesome, but it's a really fun one to watch. And so I'm going to go ahead and give my rating. And I'm going to give, I got to give this one 5 deadites out of 5. There's no doubt about that. Killer Clowns is a hole in one. It's a horror comedy, but it's just so it's kind of simple in the setup, but the Chiodo brothers really did some work on this. The special effects were inventive and great. I don't know who came up per se with the idea of using cotton candy guns to spin cotton candy around people. And I always thought that when the cotton candy with the people inside were hanging in the spaceship, it always looked like light bulbs. I don't know if this one part on it was like drying them out or what the deal was, but I always thought they looked like little pink pussy light bulbs. So if you've never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I urge you to check it out. Again, I give it 5 deadites out of 5. Definitely one that you'll, find yourself rewatching from time to time. All right, so the next one is Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide, and there are specifically 2 films that fit the mold on this. The other for me is Death Ball, but honestly, for entertainment value, I think Killer Workout knocks Death Ball out of the water. Like I said, it's also known as Aerobicide, and that is the actual title that comes up when you watch this. This is the version from Slasher Video, or that Slasher Video put out. All of Films was also attached to it, which is interesting. So what is Killer Workout about? Well, it has a woman who you don't really see her face at the beginning. You see her hair and her body moving around through her apartment, and she is an aspiring model apparently, and she's gotten her first big modeling job. She gets the answer machine message, and what does she do? She goes straight to the tanning bed, and this is a big ass tanning bed too. And something goes wrong, and she's horribly burned. Okay, so then we fast forward to Rhonda's workout, and I believe Rhonda's workout, her gym, is in the same spot as the tanning bed was. Okay, so slowly people are getting killed off that are either part of Rhonda's crew that does the workout classes, or they're people that actually go to Rhonda's workout gym. And yeah, it's goofy. The Pryor brothers did this. David and is it Ted Pryor? Yeah, and his brother Ted Pryor acts in this. But I don't know. The Pryor brothers, they also did a lovely film, Sledgehammer, which I think Killer Workout is a lot better movie than Sledgehammer. This one's a lot more entertaining to me. And then we have Marsha Carr playing Rhonda in the film. And I think Marsha Carr is a decent little actress. She's not bad at all. Now, I can't say the same for David's brother, Ted. But I guess, he wanted to put his brother in these films. And I think his brother may have had a career as I don't know if he was in Playgirl or not. It seems like Steve said something about that at one time. But he does have a nice physique and stuff like that, and he's always taking his shirt off. So if you want to see that, then you will get to see that plenty in Killer Workout. But although it's not as good or not as entertaining for me as Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I'm still going to give it 4 deadites out of 5. I mean, I just think that it's worthy of this. You know, to me, it's a lot better and a lot more fun film than Death Ball. I found Death Ball kind of, boring at some points in times, but but Killer Workout, yeah, it has that extra little punch. You have this heavy set person that's riding this exercise bike amidst all these people doing aerobics and stuff like that. And you see that person 2 or 3 times, and you have other little odds and ends thrown in there. The some of the slapstick stuff with Ted Pryor, even though Ted Pryor's not the best actor in the world, he still adds something to the overall film that is Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide. So, again, folks, I never intend for the Celluloid Trash streams to be very long. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and start tying things up here. Gory Tiger, I want to thank you for, hanging out with me in the chat tonight. It is much appreciated. For those of you that were watching along, but maybe, couldn't get in the chat or didn't feel comfortable getting in the chat, I thank you as well. And also, for those of you that will watch this on the replay, I thank all of you too. Okay? Because you guys all help to make, what I do worth it. When you watch, whether it's during the stream or after the stream or halfway through the stream or whatever, it doesn't matter. You have watched, and I appreciate each and every one of you for that. So, I guess that's it. So I am off like a dirty shirt. This shirt ain't dirty, but I'm off like one. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here for the night, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Get out there, blast some Aussie if you so desire, and try to live the Aussie way. And by that, I mean, don't stay in the past, push forward in the present and into the future, and don't ever, ever give up on your dreams. And I'll be back tomorrow night with the first edition of Franchise Demise. We're going to be talking about the Phantasm franchise. And I'm out of here, folks. And I'll see everybody next time.